guys, it's Lisa Tripsget here and welcome to my channel. Long time no see, by the way. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to travel much in the end of the last year, you know, COVID restrictions and stuff like that. But this is actually the first time we're able to travel somewhere far, somewhere outside of the UK in ages. So I wanted to film something. And I know even though we are staying in an all-inclusive hotel for 7 days, I just wanted to tell you kind of what is it like to stay at an all-inclusive in Jamaica, what to expect, obviously show you the property. By the way, we are not working with the hotel, it's not sponsored at all, so it's just my honest review. Unfortunately, because of the quite strict COVID restrictions, especially compared to the UK doesn't have any at the moment. So Jamaica has quite strict restrictions. So the tourists are only allowed to stay within the so-called resilient corridor. And initially, we were planning to stay in multiple properties. We were hoping to rent a car and tour the island, visit different places, and see which part of the island we enjoy the most. But we were not able to do so. We were, when we were filling out the travel authorization form for Jamaica, it was clear that you are only allowed to stay at one property for the duration of your stay. So we had to change our plans, unfortunately, and stay all the 7 days in one hotel, in one all-inclusive hotel. We didn't rent a car, although we were able to go on a few trips outside the hotel, and I will be able to show you and tell you a little bit more about these trips.
So let's start from the very beginning. So we landed at the Montego Bay airport. It was a direct flight from London Gatwick, took about 9 hours or so. And at the airport, you can see a lot of different lounges. Pretty much every large hotel chain has one. So our hotel chain, Couples and Souci, it's a Jamaican chain. They have 4 hotels in Jamaica. Ours being probably, I think, the most famous one, because I think one of the James Bond movies in the 60s was filmed there. So 2 of the Couples properties are located in Ocho Rios, Couples San Souci and Couples Tower Isle. So we waited at the lounge for a little while and then we took a transfer. So the transfer from the airport is actually free. It's included in the hotel price, but it's always good to tip your driver something like, I don't know, $5, $10, depending on what do you consider a good tip. It took us about 2 hours to get to the hotel from Montego Bay Airport, and it was a pretty tiring ride. Well, enough talking. I'm going to show you the hotel. So I'll start with the room tour and then I'll show you the way to the beach, basically from our room. It's worth saying that our room was located in a building that is probably the most remote to the beach. So it's quite a long walk, but obviously not too long because the hotel itself is really small, has only 150 rooms. It feels really, really small actually. spent most of the day on the beach, so now it's time to go back to the room, and we're gonna take a slightly different route, a route that involves taking a lift. So in my opinion, it's even more beautiful. Of course, if you're staying at an all-inclusive resort, you really care what kind of food there is. And now I'm gonna talk all things food. So basically the hotel is small, as I already mentioned, so there aren't that many dining options, to be fair. So for breakfast, there is buffet. Buffet is fairly standard, similar to kind of, most of all-inclusive hotels in the world. There is a station with hot food, a couple of local interesting Jamaican dishes. There is a person who prepares really good pancakes, waffles, and omelets. There are fruits, there are yogurts. There's really a lot of stuff. They also prepare breakfast smoothies. There are good coffees. Really everything you could wish for. Sometimes there was even live music, and that was magical, to be fair. It was really, really nice. So for lunch, you've got 3 options. So the main option is, again, the buffet. Then there is a beach bar, and there is also a veggie bar by the mineral pool with slightly different offerings. For dinner, there are mainly a la carte restaurants. So there are 2 restaurants, Palazzina and Casanova. They require bookings, but you can book pretty much on the same day. But if you want an outside table, I recommend booking around 2 days in advance. You can call the reception or use the hotel app. Alternatively, you can also go to the beach bar, doesn't need a reservation, and it's also really pretty and it has a really, really beautiful atmosphere. Different restaurants are open on different days. Not all the restaurants are open every day, so it's worth checking in the printout they will give you on your first day in the hotel, because it can be confusing actually. Food was really, really delicious. A lot of food was coming from Jamaica. It is locally grown, and there are some vegetables and fruits and herbs that are grown on the territory of the hotel, which is even nicer. Alcohol options are also really good, given it's an adults-only, not only adults-only, couples-only hotel. There are a lot of different wines, but the kind of main thing in the hotel are the cocktails. There are so many. The hotel menu is enormous, and most of the hotels I've tried were actually really, really good. Twice per week, all the restaurants are closed because there is a hotel-wide event. It's called a gala dinner. Basically, the hotel staff installs the tables on the main lawn. Basically, all the tables sit 6 people, so you will be likely sharing a table with 2 other couples or 1 other couple, depending on how full is the hotel. And it's a good opportunity to meet other people and get to know the hotel guests, especially if you're staying for more than a week. Then you will be basically bumping into the same people again and again, which is nice. Actually, there are so many ways to meet people because there are quite a few resort activities. So you will be given a schedule where you can see activities for every single day of the week. For example, if you're staying 2 weeks at the hotel, you'll pretty much see the same activities repeating on your second week. So they don't really change much. But there are plenty of pool activities, quizzes, kind of dancing classes, other kind of master classes, and not even mentioning the kind of excursions and water sports activities where you will be able to meet other guests. The unique thing about all the couples resorts, all 4 of them, and especially couples and Souci, is the fact that they have their own large private naturel beaches. Basically, kind of nudist beaches where clothes are prohibited. You cannot enter these beaches if you are wearing swimsuit. You can only go there after 6 p.m., basically during the sunset time. So that's the beach we are on at the moment, but it is past 6 p.m. So all the other guests are allowed here at the moment. There is also an eau naturelle, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, swimming pool and the swim up bar. So there are plenty of activities taking place in this kind of nudist beach. And a lot of people are going to this hotel just because of that. It's so popular and some people find it so cool. Unfortunately, we felt a little bit shy, so we spent most of the time on the kind of regular beach and visiting the regular swimming pool. One day we decided to leave the resort and go to Ocho Rios to see basically the town, see how people live there, visit a couple of shops, maybe go to Starbucks and just explore a little bit. Just because we were a bit upset we couldn't rent a car and drive around the island, so that was kind of the least we could do. So there are free tours on certain days that go to the Island Village shopping mall, but since we were going on Saturday, we had to take a taxi. It was $30 return. So basically it's a small shopping mall. There are a couple of souvenir shops, there are a couple of cocktail bars, and there is a Starbucks. We spent there probably half an hour and then headed to the center of Ocho Rios. Walking, it was probably like 10 to 15 minutes walking. It was interesting. We saw a lot of different cafes, restaurants, shops on the way. Since Jose actually forgot his belt and socks in London, we wanted to go to a shop that sells not designer, nothing, special, just regular socks and belt. And we found a small shopping mall in the center of Ocho Rios. And we could find everything we needed there. On the next day, we decided to take one of the hotel's free tours, and it was a tour to the Dunn River Falls. Dunn River Falls is actually one of the main and most important attractions of Ocho Rios. A lot of cruise ship customers come there on a day trip. Actually, on a day we were there were 2 cruises docked at Ocho Rios, so it was really crowded. It was really lucky that we managed to get there just before the crowds arrived. And this tour actually costs a little bit of money, so we would have paid probably something like $80 or $100 for both of us if we didn't have the tour included in the price of our resort. The only thing you need to do is basically tip your guide and tip your driver, but it was really, really fun. Basically, all you need to do is climb this waterfall. It was fun, it was really hot, it was really nice, so I would definitely recommend it.
guys enjoyed this video, and if you had any questions about, you know, staying at an all-inclusive hotel in Jamaica, and especially had questions regarding this particular hotel, you can leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them, or you can message me on Instagram. You can find the link to my Instagram in the description of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give me the thumbs up, and see you guys in the next videos. Bye bye.